Can you make sure that sexy MILF of a wife of yours sticks around? I happen to be a big fan of Karen, but you know what, dude? I'm not a monster. I'm salt of the earth. When I'm through with her, I'll ship her over to Tennessee for you. That way, you can be the first man in history to know what a generational talent and an Olympic gold medalist's balls taste like.
Max, it's being tough. It's really tough being raised by a call girl mother. And you know, your old ambulance chasing attorney old man, I mean, being reared by those two, it's tough. And you know, I know for a fact that when your dad knocks your mom up, she still made him pay for that shit, didn't she? But hold on, Max. You know, the old saying goes, we all marry our mommies. Pretty appropriate for you because your old lady is nothing but a Canadian call girl. And Max, one final thing. This very ring, yeah, the night that you were tearing the house down, you were burning it up with Will Ospreay, you were doing your version of 60 Minutes Through. Well, at the same time in the back parking lot, your old lady was doing her version of 60 Minutes Through with about 10 other wrestlers.
The fact that just because you were best friends with Owen Hart, you think you're owed a grand finale. During the Owen Cup, I saw right through you, you carny succubus. You are nothing more than a leech riding the coattails of your deceased friend. Oh, did I strike a chord, Jeff? I thought you were all tough. I thought you were the last outlaw. I guess you don't like it when I talk about your old pal, Owen Dewey.
That was the very worst promo I have ever seen MJF do in my entire life. I don't know what's going on with AEW. I think MJF should have taken the opportunity when he had the chance, when his contract was up, to get the fuck out of AEW and over to WWE. I'm sure Tony Khan dumped all the zeros on MJF. I get that. I understand that. And that looked mighty appealing for a young man such as MJF. But at this point, he's not growing. He's not evolving. He's become a parody of what he used to be. We all used to love MJF when he came out and he would just say what everybody else was thinking. He would say the thing that should go unsaid, but everybody knows to be true. He says it out loud. He has the balls to go there. But now he's using that as a crutch to get the ooh or get extra clicks on social or something, and it's just not working. First of all, I really do appreciate the fact that Jeff Jarrett's getting the spot. It's very much a John Cena-esque storyline. Or like when Ric Flair retired, we've seen this before. You know, the old dog, the old veteran out for one last ride trying to make it. I appreciate that. And the fact that Jeff Jarrett wasn't pushed really at all. He was kind of off to the side doing tag team stuff and on the undercard for the whole time he's been here makes me kind of go, okay, I'm willing to give Jeff Jarrett a little bit of, let's give him the spotlight a little bit. And him working with MJF, not the worst idea AEW has had. But I'm watching this promo and dude comes out and he's talking about tasting Olympic balls, your MILF of a wife. I mean, it's so low brow. It's so like you're gonna go to Kurt Angle fucking, or your fucking Kurt Angle's ex-wife or what. Like, come on, man. That's so cheap. It's so lowbrow. It's so dirty. And then for Jeff Jarrett to reciprocate and go, oh, your girl's a slut and stuff. You know, she's been with half the locker room, that kind of stuff. Like, this is the kind of thing that wrestling fans think wrestling promos are. Like the parody that South Park did with the backyard wrestling gimmick that they had for a while. It was all trailer park trash talking about yo mama and your girl and your sister and stuff. It's so trashy. It's so lowbrow. It's the lowest hanging possible fruit. But then, the cherry on top of all of this, MJF goes, oh, your friend Owen Hart is dead. Ooh. Oh my God, what a zinger. I can't believe he said that. No, that is not the same as some of the things that he said to like CM Punk during their feud. Things like that. Even calling Tony Khan a mark and stuff like that. When MJF did that kind of stuff, that stood out as a, ooh. He actually said that. He actually went there. But talking about Owen Hart, your buddy's dead from fucking years ago, and you tasting Olympic balls and all that kind of stuff, it might be funny. You might get a chuckle out of that. Go, Olympic balls. But I guarantee you nobody was entertained by the Owen Hart thing. And nobody's going, oh, I can't believe he said that. Oh, tune in to see this edgy MJF character. He talks about Owen Hart being dead. That's not what you want to do. That's not where you want to take it. At this point, it becomes parody. And MJF has been doing this for a while. I've noticed it. He has not evolved. And that's because nobody around in that locker room is there to take him to that next level. Nobody can teach him the nuances anymore. MJF has gone as far as he can go for being independent on the indies. And AEW is a major league, but it's basically the major league indies, you know. There's nobody guiding him. There's nobody instructing him. There's nobody coming up with creative for him. He's just going in and doing what he thinks is MJF shtick. Maybe I'll talk about Kurt Angle's balls in your wife's pussy and your dead friend Owen. How's that sound for a promo? It's a parody of what he used to be. It's him going, ooh, what can I do to get that ooh reaction out of the crowd out of this? He's not telling truths anymore. He's just trying to say the worst thing that he could get away with saying. And some of you might be entertained. Look, we're all different, okay? Some of you might just go, yeah, that's exactly what I like MJF for. He just says the most awful thing possible. It's hilarious. But what's the point? Oh, we're building a feud with Jeff Jarrett. Let's talk about his dead friend, Owen Hart. That's not how it doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't get that, oh, I want to see Jeff kick his ass now. It just makes you cringe. It's just cringy to hear coming out of MJF's mouth at this point. He's not evolving. And my fear for MJF, as good as he is he's going to be worth a whole lot less by the time his next contract comes up. He's already not as must-see as he used to be. MJF's one of the top stars in AEW, but yet at this point, because he comes out and he does shit like this. How about your dead friend, bud? Ooh. Oh my God, MJF's just printing money with his fucking killer promos that he's cutting. It's sad. It's sad to see him floundering like this. And it's sad that Jeff Jarrett should be smart enough to know, let's not talk about all this stupid shit. And he tries to call it out in the ring. Oh, I get that's what your shtick is, MJF. But there's better ways to go about it. Jeff's old. Jeff's washed up. The stuff about him starting his own promotion to get himself over, or Daddy putting him as a top star, that was good. That's the kind of stuff that because it resonates, because it rings true. Jeff Jarrett did do those things. His whole King of the Mountain run in TNA was atrocious. Jeff Jarrett wins. LOL. He made himself the Triple H. Remember when Triple H was beating everybody and going over all the time and, squashing people and stuff? Not squashing, burying people and stuff. Jeff Jarrett did the same fucking thing in TNA. He did the thing at the end of WCW. Jeff Jarrett, where wrestling companies go to die. That was a good line by MJF because it rang true. Jeff Jarrett was pushed to the top spot by Vince Russo in the Slapnuts era at the end of WCW when it was dying a horrid, rotting death. TNA, he had to, make himself the top star. When Jerry Jarrett was running promotion, running the territories, he put his young, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, baby-faced son in a top prominent spot. Those are great. Going to the Owen Hart, even the Kurt Angles, even if you want to make a sly reference to Kurt Angle, I might have excused that. I still feel anywhere you go to the Kurt Angle direction with Jeff Jarrett, it's lowbrow at this point. But even that, I would have let slide. But really, the Owen Hart thing it didn't offend me. I don't care. It's wrestling. All of it's on the table, but let's use it in a way that works. If somebody were to be feuding with Bret Hart after Owen died and said, oh, you've never been the same since your brother died, that's going to be an ooh, but it makes sense. It's there. It's in the pocket. It's relevant to that storyline. Jeff Jarrett was friends with Owen Hart back in the 90s. And obviously, they'd probably still be friends today had Owen not, taken a leap of faith that didn't work out for him. But to bring it up in a storyline all these years later, just to get a razz, it's not even a productive way to use. It's not going to pay off in any way, shape, or form. Was Jeff Jarrett going to beat MJF? So what if he does? How does that? It's just, you didn't need to go there. It was a waste of time. And I think it's sad. MJF is slowly losing steam because of this kind of stuff. And it's just a greater sign of AEW. They're just shooting for the moon. They're just doing anything they feel like can get them any attention at this point. And I'm telling you, that promo wasn't it, brother. But I'll leave it there. Love to know your thoughts on it, though. Tell me why I'm wrong, especially the AEW stans. Come out in droves and tell me why this was the most awesome thing that you've seen in a long time and how great this was. I really would love to hear your opinions. If you raise a good point, I won't argue with you. I'll say, didn't think about it that way. But if you're just like, that's stupid, that was great, and then I'm afraid you're wrong, friend. But interested to hear. Peace, love, and pizza. I am your boy, Seth Grimes, and I fucked your mom. Ha! Ha ha! Sick burn. I really got over on you. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Seth Grimes. Thanks for checking out that video. If you want to watch more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Like the video while you're there if you liked it. And leave a comment. If you got something to say, say it.